It's time on WELR Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live to Johnny's New York Style Pizza in LaGrange for the LaGrange College Coaches Corner.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Got some volume on the mic, and that comes up. That's awesome. Well, welcome to LaGrange College Coaches Show. I'm Jack Borman. I'm joined tonight by Coach Kendall Todd.
How you doing?
Doing great. We'll get Todd's mic up a little bit, and we can hear him. Coach Todd, y'all had a little unusual situation this past week. We were last week. I talked to Coach Chambers and Coach Crocker that works with me over at Hollis Hand, and excited about going to Greensboro, a team we felt we had a good chance of showing up and playing well against. The game was supposed to be Saturday. Everything was ready to go, and then Friday, actually I guess Thursday, y'all started having some other discussions.
Yeah, Coach Chambers gave me a call around 5:30 p.m. and was asking me if there's a way we could play at the stadium. And I was like, well, what's going on, Coach? What's the problem? And
yeah, go ahead. We're good.
And the problem was that he got a call from the Greensboro head football coach saying that the game had been postponed due to the weather, the bad weather that came in last week. So
yeah, Hurricane Michael messed up a lot of things. My goodness gracious.
It did. We got there, and they just got the lights on the night before.
Wow.
So we played on Sunday. They just got the lights on that Saturday night.
Well, it won't be the first game that we've played over the season when there's no power. I think last year we had one of those games too.
Correct.
But so you travel on Saturday, leave about noon, get down there, let the guys kind of get acclimated, get some plans in. I guess y'all got to meet a little bit on Friday to get things ready.
Yes, sir, we did. We met. We went through our Fridays, regular Fridays tape. Is what we do is we go out about 3 and we do a little walkthrough, just go through situational deals that may occur in the football game. And we just did it Friday, let our guys relax and get everything packed up, and we were ready to roll.
And roll you did. The Panthers went up to Greensboro. What's their mascot at Greensboro?
It's called the Pride. I think it's a tiger.
Okay, all right. But they won that ball game 43-16. Really proud of the guys. We're going to break down some of those stats and things, but we'll do that. Right now we want to invite you everybody to come out to Johnny's Pizza. They got some great serving folk here. They're waiting to take your order and get you ready to go tonight. We're just across the LaGrange Mall right here on Lafayette Parkway. We invite you to join us here every Monday night, but especially tonight. Come on out and we'll talk LaGrange College football right here on Eagle Sports.
If you want to scale a mountain, buy boots. If you want to turn your crush into something more, say hi. At Country Financial, we know protecting the things you love and preparing for tomorrow start with simple steps. So we help you take small steps today with insurance and financial services that can have a big impact on your family's future. Too often, too late comes too soon. So let's get started at countryfinancial.com.
Hello, Granger fans. The Mike Patton Auto family is your local team that does not practice to get it right, but to make sure they don't get it wrong. They strive to give you a great experience each time you give them the opportunity. They understand you have options of where you go to purchase and service your truck, car, and SUV. But come see why thousands of customers keep coming back to Mike Patton time after time. We appreciate your time and business with a quality service department, and we look forward to taking care of you in the years to come. Now, go Grangers! You need to brush your teeth at least twice a day, and you need to have your teeth cleaned and looked at by a dentist at least twice a year. We've heard this since we were kids, but sometimes we get busy and forget to brush and skip an appointment. We turn around, and it's been a while since we've been to the dentist. So let's get back on track. Call Childress Dental Center for an appointment at 706-882-1888 or go to the web at childressdentalcenter.com because your smile is very important, and we want you to have the best one possible. Childress Dental Center, now at 2 locations, 114 Calumet Center in LaGrange and 100 College Street in Hogansville.
Students at LaGrange College travel to places like London, Tokyo, and the jungles of Costa Rica through our Study Away commitment. First-year freshmen are provided a voucher worth up to $2,500 for an off-campus travel experience their junior or senior year. Attend college close to home and still see the world at LaGrange College. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Now back to the Coaches Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Live here from Johnny's Pizza. Again, we invite you to join us out here tonight, and we're talking right now LaGrange College football, and Coach Todd is joining me tonight. They traveled on a Sunday, a kind of odd game for a college to play, but sometimes when the weather messes with you, you got to do that. They took on Greensboro, and Coach, y'all jumped on them in the first quarter, 14-0 by the time the first quarter was over.
Yes, sir, we did. Coach Huggins came out and had a great game plan put together for the offense. They scored right off the bat, and they played phenomenally well. Through some spurts throughout the game. Still a lot of things that we got to work on offensively and defensively to be a complete football team.
Well, I was just really impressed that, in fact, in our previous win, I kind of joked in our pregame strategy, and we always talk about what are the keys of the game, and that like we know anything in the booth. And one of the things I said is I said we need to score more in the first quarter. I think in almost all of our losses, we've gone without a score in the first quarter. But we're in the two games we've won, we scored 14, actually 21, and then 14 in this one. So sometimes just getting that offense rolling, getting some points on the board, kind of builds the confidence in these younger guys.
It does. It does. It gives them the will and the want to want to get out there and score points, and it also does us a favor on defense. It gives our guys the want to go out and stop and get the ball back, which we did this weekend.
One of the things we'll kind of break down the game as we go, but one of the things that you mentioned to me off the air, we were talking about the defense getting a chance to score, and y'all actually had challenged them to make that happen in this ball game.
Yes, sir. At halftime, I was just sitting down thinking after Coach Chambers, we got done talking defensively, and once again, I am the overseer of the defense through Coach Chambers. Mm-hmm. So, he kind of lets me talk to the guys and do some different things with them. And I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, why not a good time for us to score on defense? So I pulled everybody up together, told them to continue to keep working, and let's go score on defense. Let's have some fun. And then those guys went out and did it.
Really impressive. And also, we've talked with Coach Chambers about this, Coach Mumby years ago, and also you and I talked about this too. You got some young guys on that defensive front, but you're getting a lot of guys a lot of playing time because they're freshmen. You're just rolling so many guys on and off that field.
What I did this past weekend, I haven't never done before. I have one senior that started on the defensive line, and I have two juniors that are playing. So. I'm traveling 9 freshmen with 3 upperclassmen, and every last one of them played.
Yeah.
And what that does is it limits the snaps on the first team, second team guys, so that way they're able to compete when time is needed. So I rolled in all 12, and we played all 12 this weekend.
And I think that's that's over time that's really going to show for that team. Get these younger guys that experience that they need. Over on the offensive side, once again, Cam Perkins, what can you say about this freshman? He's kind of really stepped into the offensive role. He's not just somebody that you've got to watch pass the ball. I think he was about 60-75% in his passes. But he's also somebody that can run the ball. I think he had like 66 yards of rushing. You're one of your leading rushers as your quarterback.
Yes, and I joke with the offensive guys every week. I said Cam Perkins is nothing but a big running back at quarterback. I mean, because he's physical and he will lower the boom when he needs to lower the boom to get the extra yardage. But once again, as freshmen, they all make mistakes, and there's still that side of it that a lot of people look at and see. But we're growing as one football team.
Also, you've run into Caleb Spears, a sophomore, young man that's kind of giving you a different look on the offense. He's not going to be quite as mobile as Cam is, but he's got a lot of accuracy. I think he was 4 for 5 for almost 100 yards.
Yes, sir. That's one thing that Coach Huggins and Coach Rutherford, our quarterback coach, harped on not Cameron, but Caleb in the spring about, going into the fall, not having Cam and not knowing what's going to happen. It was possibly going to be Caleb be the starter. Mm-hmm. So now I think they're kind of working things out where they may play both guys, not really sure, but, whatever's going to benefit the team, I know Coach Huggins will get it done.
Well, it was interesting when we saw Cam come in the first time. We thought it was just a wildcat because he was built like a running back, mm-hmm. And he came in, and then 3 or 4 plays later, he's throwing the ball. Like, wait, what's going on? This guy can do it, do it all, and he really has. And it's really also neat to Coach Huggins and does such a great job of also just getting the ball to so many different guys. I think 12 different guys had a pass catch in this ball game.
He does it every week. I don't know how he gets it done, but he gets it done. And one thing about Cam Perkins is this. A lot of people don't know Cam Perkins is a Division I transfer quarterback that went to, I think, Northern Iowa.
Okay.
And Coach Huggins was recruiting him in the beginning, and he left, and, he kept us in our back pocket and decided to come back home to Georgia, so he's from Lawrenceville. play at Loganville High School. So, I mean, that's a great addition for us this fall.
Well, I think back, we've had several guys like that. They'll go to a D1 school, just not be able to work it out for whatever reason. I think about Griffin Raleigh come back to us a few years ago. Guys that have had the success to get up there, but then come back and just really make an impact here at LaGrange College.
Correct. We've had a lot of those throughout the years, and they've been big, and it's kind of where you want to put the program, but you want to get a few of those guys in so that way we can build it and get our freshmen in and get those guys built up the right way, and so we can be successful.
All right, we'll talk about some other standouts in this ball game. We'll start to look ahead to what's coming up this homecoming week. See what day you're dressing up for. But today's pajama day, so I was worried about what you were going to wear coming in. But we'll talk about all that and more right here on LaGrange College Coaches Show, Eagle Sports.
It is sell-down time at Nissan of LaGrange. Richard Cates here, General Manager with Nissan of LaGrange, and it is time to start moving out all of our 2018 inventory to make room for the 2019s. That means the best savings of the year are taking place right now. Have you been hesitant to look because you're waiting for the perfect time? Well, now is your chance. You can visit Nissan of LaGrange on the Parkway or check us out where we are always open at nissanoflagrange.com. Visit soon to receive great pricing and the great experience our customers have come to expect. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Kemp's Carpet, your locally owned and operated carpet professional since 1977. Owned by Gerald Kemp and his sons, Brent and Jeff. They are your Mohawk, Shaw, and Armstrong certified flooring dealer with a huge inventory of carpet and vinyl flooring. They have a wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, so you'll be enjoying your flooring for years and years. So drop in and pick it out. They'll measure and get a free estimate to you quick. Kemp's Carpet, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And you can like them on Facebook at Kemp's Carpet.
It robs you of the very pleasure of life. Back pain, and it's a national problem.
Low back pain is one of the most common and expensive maladies in our country.
Dr. Jim Aspinwall.
Research has shown that for patients who are diagnosed with herniated disc, diagnosed as needing surgery, 86% of those cases respond to what we do.
The Aspinwall Clinic. Safe, gentle, and extremely effective treatment.
Non-surgical, non-drug relief of the cause of back pain and sciatica.
Aspinwall Clinic, 706-884-8360.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza. We're across the LaGrange Mall right here on Lafayette Parkway. We invite you to join us out here tonight. We're talking with Coach Kendall Todd from LaGrange College, and we're going over the big win the Panthers had against Greensboro, 43-16. And, Coach, we get the offense, they're flashy. We talk about them a lot. Let's talk about some of these big guys over on the defensive side, because there's one guy that just continues to impress me, and he really wasn't that big a name going into this season. That's Elijah Robertson.
Yes, sir. Elijah has made a total 360 change in turn this year. There's still some difficult spots and some things that he deals with, but as far as him coming in the office, learning and being productive, that has changed 100% for us with him. He was leading. He was in the top 5 in tackling in the conference there for a while, but he kind of got banged up a little bit. That took away from some of his playing time and kind of slack. But again, I think he had maybe 8 tackles, 9 tackles.
9 and 2 assists in this ball game. So, again, as many guys as y'all rolling on off the field, too. Sometimes a defensive guy may not get those big stats because he's just not on the field quite as much. But I'm really impressed with him. Of course, Nick Searcy continues to be one of those guys that you can just count on for everything as a graduate assistant, and also the guy that kind of puts these guys through their paces in the weight room.
Yes, Nick is Coach Searcy / football player Searcy. He does a great job. He's just one of those kids that's smart and understands the game of football. Come from Peach County, where football is big time down there.
So it's a way of life there.
Yes, sir. So he knows how to play it, and he understands it really well.
Connor Coddington's another young man that I think is coming on this year. I've seen him improve. I think game after game. Again, he's a kid with a good motor. I see him just flying around trying to get to every ball.
Yes, sir. Connor is out of Ola High School. He runs around really well. He wants to hit you. It's just there's mistakes, but it's mistakes because it's youth. It's not because he's an older player. He's one of those players like me and Coach Chambers sit down and talk about all the time. We got a lot of these freshmen playing that shouldn't be playing.
Right.
They should be getting to go home and spend time with their parents on the weekend, but they just have to play right now. So it's growing pains, but they're positive growing pains when it comes to all our freshmen that are playing on the field this year.
Yeah, another guy that maybe doesn't always make an impact, making lots of tackles, but Peyton Haynes, I think, is another guy that just seems to be able to sniff out the ball. And he's able to get I think he got the fumble in this ball game.
Yeah, Peyton came in from us last year from Tusculum University during the fall camp, actually. Mm-hmm. He's been a spark for us ever since. He kind of got a little behind this year. He had a shoulder injury that it was prior to us, and had him out for a while, had him banged up. But he's slowly getting back into the rotation and playing, and that was the biggest fumble, strip, touchdown that we've had. I don't think we've scored on defense in a long time around here. And that was big.
Yeah, it was definitely big. And, one of the things, too, if we go back to Coach Mummy's air raid offense, one of the things the defenses have been stuck with is having to be on the field so much. You got an offense that sometimes is scoring in less than 2 to 3 minutes. That means your defense has got to get right back out there. But I think that this year, one of the things I've noticed in just the play with Coach Huggins' offense, we've seen them be a little more methodical. They'll mix the pass, mix the run. To have two guys getting close to being 100-yard rushers in a ball game for LaGrange College is really unusual.
That is unusual. It hadn't happened around here in a long time. But the one thing Coach Chambers preached to us and us as a staff and the players is that on third down, let's get off the field. Offensively, let's continue the drive. And that's what those guys have been doing. And it has been a little shaky, yes, of course. But as long as the progress is coming and it keeps coming along, we're going to be fine.
Well, you mentioned that. Let's just take a look at third down efficiency from this last ball game. On the offensive side, 69%. They're 11 to 16. That's excellent third down efficiency. And also, just think 11 opportunities to get there. So, again, that's a first down, that's a second down, that's a third down. That's every one of those downs is a moment a defensive player has to take a breath.
Right, it is, and it helps us out a whole lot.
And then on Greensboro, they were held down to 36%, 5 of 14. Mm-hmm. So, they did get off the field. They punted the ball. I think LaGrange only had to punt the ball 3 times. That's really going to help out a defense in a big way and just give them the stamina to last through. These are tough ball games.
They are.
We're later in the season, kind of a little past the halfway point, and these guys have gotten banged up a little bit. They played some really tough opponents. I was looking at them. We'll talk a little bit about the rest of the conference a little bit. But we played the top 2 teams in the conference.
Yeah, we played the top 2 teams in the conference, and we held the top running back to 71 yards, which he rushed for 229 yards this past week against North Carolina Wesleyan in their win. So we're playing good football. We just got to peak at the right time, and I think we're starting to do that.
I think penalties were down in this ball game too, because that's something else that's really hurt us in the early ball games. We've had some opportunities to be back into games to score in some really interesting places, but a penalty has brought it back, or something silly has happened that's just messed us up.
Right. We had 2 of those this past weekend where we want our kids to have fun, but you got to understand you got to have fun at the right time and in the right places, and it kind of hurt us, and we gave up 14 points because we gave them good field position with doing those penalties. But like I said, we got to learn from our mistakes and continue to keep getting better and move along.
All right, we'll take another break. We come back, we'll start talking about what's going on in the homecoming at LaGrange College, and also what's going to be happening this upcoming weekend as the Panthers will be hosting a big conference matchup. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Right now, you're listening to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza on Eagle Sports.
If you want to scale a mountain, buy boots. If you want to turn your crush into something more, say hi. At Country Financial, we know protecting the things you love and preparing for tomorrow start with simple steps. So we help you take small steps today with insurance and financial services that can have a big impact on your family's future. Too often, too late comes too soon. So let's get started at countryfinancial.com.
Hello, Granger fans. The Mike Patton Auto family is your local team that does not practice to get it right, but to make sure they don't get it wrong. They strive to give you a great experience each time you give them the opportunity. They understand you have options of where you go to purchase and service your truck, car, and SUV. But come see why thousands of customers keep coming back to Mike Patton time after time. We appreciate your time and business with a quality service department, and we look forward to taking care of you in the years to come. Now, go Grangers! You need to brush your teeth at least twice a day, and you need to have your teeth cleaned and looked at by a dentist at least twice a year. We've heard this since we were kids, but sometimes we get busy and forget to brush and skip an appointment. We turn around, and it's been a while since we've been to the dentist. So let's get back on track. Call Childress Dental Center for an appointment at 706-882-1888 or go to the web at childressdentalcenter.com because your smile is very important, and we want you to have the best one possible. Childress Dental Center, now at 2 locations, 114 Calumet Center in LaGrange and 100 College Street in Hogansville.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza. We invite you to join us here every Monday night as we talk about lots of different football. Of course, after this show, we'll have the Callaway show coming up. They'll be talking about their unusual. They had to move their game to Saturday night, so it's actually Saturday. So that was a little bit different thing for them. And we've got, of course, the LaGrange and Troop Place. You'll hear from Coach Glisson coming up at 8 o'clock, and then at 8:30 we'll have the LaGrange High Show. But here with Coach Kendall Todd, and we're talking about LaGrange College. Again, they had a big win, 43-16. They give them 2 wins in the conference. You know, they're 2-2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts basically a 4th place, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we're actually we're 1-2 in the conference, and we're the 4th place team sitting right now, and it's all because of just some things that mixed up. A few teams haven't played a game due to postpone or weather or something like that. But right now we're at best a 4th place team in the conference. We've got our 2 tough ones out of the way, we think, as coaches, and we're focusing on these last 4. We tell our kids every week we want to be 1-0 at the end of the week because that's going to propel you to where you want to be when the season is over with. That's our common goal, is to be 1-0.
You definitely don't want to look ahead to anything. You got to take each week as it comes. Now, there are lots of distractions. This is homecoming week, so the kids will be dressing up, doing all kinds of fun things. I think my daughter is on campus. She was upset she couldn't wear her pajamas to school today. I think y'all gave the guys some time off today to kind of enjoy that and get rested up after having to play yesterday.
Yeah, we gave Monday off. Monday's normally a work day for us, but with the weather constraints, having to play the game on Sunday, Coach Chambers decided to get them off on Monday. A lot of the guys kind of rested because it was a long trip. We're stuck in traffic on 85 because of road construction. Got back home about 1 this morning, and so we gave them the day off, and we told them it's homecoming week after the ball game is over with. There's going to be distractions, but we got to stay focused on our common goal, and that's to be 1-0 at the end of the week.
Well, it's not like you've got a team that is easy to face it at homecoming. We've got Methodist coming in, and they're always a challenge. I think they're 3-2 on the season right now, and they're a challenging team.
Yeah, it's actually Maryville.
Maryville. I'm sorry, I broke Methodist now.
That's okay. We actually got Maryville coming in, and a team that started out really, really slow. Started out 0-2 as 1-3 straight in the conference, and has really got their momentum building. It's been a team that me and Coach Chambers been here 5 years. We came close to beating them, but we haven't beat them. So that's our goal. We're trying to overcome a 5-0 deficit to those guys and pull one out.
Well, this is definitely the time because I've talked to several people online in different places. A lot of folks will be coming into this ball game. It should be a great crowd. And again, when we're preparing for a team like this that they kind of had your number a little bit, how do you get the guys motivated in a little bit different way?
It's kind of hard. We've been in the office. We got to the office at 9 this morning. We didn't leave till about 4. trying to finish our game plan.
Coach let you sleep a little late. That's
yeah,
good.
he let us sleep a little late. But it's just one of those ball games that is very important to us as a staff, and putting a game plan together for those guys is kind of hard because they do so many different things. Mm-hmm. And once you change one thing, they'll go and change something else back. So it's going to be a hard work week this week.
We've seen teams this season that will kind of drive it down your throat, kind of an apron, that kind of thing. We've also seen some teams they'll sling it around. What can we expect from this team, Miracle, coming in?
Throughout in the last 4 games, I think they've only thrown the ball 84 times. And he's got a really high pass percentage.
I think we threw it that much last week, right?
Right. So, I mean, with that being said, they're going to run the ball as much as they can. We want to get to the point where we got them throwing the ball against us. And if we're at that point where we want to be at, and it gives us an opportunity to win a football game.
And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we'll close the thing out from Johnny's Pizza. You're listening to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza on Eagle Sports.
It is sell down time at Nissan of LaGrange. Richard Cates here, General Manager with Nissan of LaGrange, and it is time to start moving out all of our 2018 inventory to make room for the 2019s. That means the best savings of the year are taking place right now. Have you been hesitant to look because you're waiting for the perfect time? Well, now is your chance. You can visit Nissan of LaGrange on the Parkway or check us out where we are always open at nissanoflagrange.com. Visit soon to receive great pricing and the great experience our customers have come to expect. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Kemp's Carpet, your locally owned and operated carpet professional since 1977. Owned by Gerald Kemp and his sons, Brent and Jeff. They are your Mohawk, Shaw, and Armstrong certified flooring dealer with a huge inventory of carpet and vinyl flooring. They have a wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, so you'll be enjoying your flooring for years and years. So drop in and pick it out. They'll measure and get a free estimate to you quick. Kemp's Carpet, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And you can like them on Facebook at Kemp's Carpet.
It robs you of the very pleasure of life. Back pain, and it's a national problem.
Low back pain is one of the most common and expensive maladies in our country.
Dr. Jim Aspinwall.
Research has shown that for patients who are diagnosed with herniated disc, diagnosed as needing surgery, 86% of those cases respond to what we do.
The Aspinwall Clinic. Safe, gentle, and extremely effective treatment.
Non-surgical, non-drug relief of the cause of back pain and sciatica.
Aspinwall Clinic, 706-884-8360.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. The crowd started getting here. So Greg Hicks bringing a bunch of folks. Everybody wants to see him and listen to him. He's always got something to say, whether we want to hear it or not. But don't forget, Coach Pete Wiggins will be joining us in just a few moments to talk about Callaway football. And they got a standout, a kid named Todd, I think.
Destin Patrick.
He's had a pretty good season, Coach.
Yes, he has. Coach Wiggins and Coach Bruce and Coach Hubbard have done a really good job working with him, and really appreciate all the work they've done with him. I mean, from him going to not playing football to being a kid that's starting his senior year is amazing.
Oh, that's exciting, I know, for you and your family. Go back to our Panthers. We're excited about this ball game coming up. Again, a big ball game with Maryville. It really has been, on both the basketball side and the football side, has been quite a rival for the Panthers as we joined this conference. They're a tough team. They're going to be a tough out. But I know that y'all will continue to work and really intensify. Now, will y'all be able to work just maybe one practice a day as y'all kind of get ready to go with this?
It'll be one practice a day. We'll get film. We'll start film about 3:30 just to get in our game plan and kind of show those guys what we're going to be facing. We'll go out on the practice field, and this week we're going to practice until we get it done the right way. sometimes we kind of cut it short. But this is a big week. All of them are big from here on out for us. So we got to put the work in to get it done.
Well, the goal is each and every week to come away with a win. But looking forward to go over 500 to finish this season with a winning record is really something that kind of has to get these kids excited.
It is, and I mean we can be one of the teams that go down in the history books because there's only been one winning season here. When I say winning, that's 9-1, not 5-5. 5-5 is even. We want to be 6-4, and we want to be sitting 6-4 and be in a good spot.
Well, and also just as we think about what that can do for the program going forward, if we can have that 6-4 year here, carry those guys into their sophomore, junior, senior years with a tradition of winning, what might the future be?
Oh, the future may be very bright because in today's age, kids want to be a part of something that's positive and they're winning and people are praising them. And if we can finish that over that hump 6-4, they're going to stay, and we're going to just continue to keep growing.
That's exciting. Well, Coach Todd, I appreciate you joining us here tonight. Coach Kendall Todd with the LaGrange College Panthers, right here in our Coach's Corner. Stay tuned. We got Coach Pete Wiggins coming up and talking about Callaway football. Right now, you're listening to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza on Eagle Sports.